Have you been putting something off, something important that you know you want to do, or maybe you've already started and it just hasn't finished yet? Well, there's a reason for it, and there's actually a reason why you need to take action immediately. What's up, everyone? Craig here, and I'm a profit advisor and money coach who loves helping people break the check-to-check cycle so they can finally find some peace of mind when it comes to their money, both in their personal finances and in their businesses. Now, it's not unusual for us to start a project and never finish it, right? Or to have something on our to-do list forever, right? And that book you were always going to write maybe never happened. Trust me, I'm with you. Recently, I was redoing my office and got some new stuff in here, and I'm going to be working from home a lot more. I love working from home and decided to make that shift to working from here primarily. But part of that was soundproofing the room a little bit because I'm a little bit loud and I don't want to disturb the family when I'm talking to you guys. So one thing I did was I put in a solid core door. Really, that's just there for soundproofing. So the door to my office to the hallway, usually doors are hollow. I bought a door that is solid throughout it, so that way it's going to cancel out a lot of that noise. It's similar to the doors you would have going outside. Well, I bought the door and took out the old one and slapped up the new one and got it in there so it was good enough. I was able to utilize it, and all I really had left to do was put the new trim on there and paint it and clean it up a little bit. Well, that was about 6 weeks ago. I started it, felt great, was doing it for a couple days, got in there and got the door up to functional. And then one thing happened and then another thing happened, and I just didn't get around to fully completing it. One day I finally put the trim up, but truthfully, if you look at it now, it's not painted. I'm embarrassed to say there's still little splatters of paint on the floor where I need to go scrape it all off. But here I am. So what happened there? I'm typically a pretty motivated person, a pretty driven person. I don't like to leave things unfinished like this. So why am I looking over here talking to you and seeing a door that is not completely finished? Well, it's something called the Law of Diminishing Intent. Now, what this means is when we start something new, when we first hear about something or we first jump into it, we are fired up. We have a lot of intentions. We are focused on it. We are ready to jump into it. And then as time goes on, that intention diminishes. It starts to go down, especially as urgency vanishes, right? So if you're facing a problem, or for me with the door, it was urgent to get the door up there. Otherwise, I would be on a coaching call or talking to you here on YouTube, and the door would be wide open and my kids would be running in and out, and it would just be mass chaos. So the urgency was there right in that day one. Once the door was up, the urgency to paint it was not there. And time went on, and now the intentions and the motivation, the drive to do it aren't there. Check in on me. Depending, you look at the date. If a lot of time has passed, comment on here and make sure that I actually painted. I need some accountability on this one. In your personal finances or in your business, the same thing happens. Maybe you start a new product in your business, you launch it, and you are all in, you're feeling really focused on it, fired up, and then something happens or you hit a little snafu, and then time goes on and it just never fully launches. Or you launch it and then problems arise, but you're just not as motivated or intentional with it, so it just goes to the wayside. Maybe you are focused on starting your budget for the first time, or maybe you're wanting to do the profit first system for the first time. And the first month you are in, you're budgeting, you're tracking, you're doing everything, you're making the allocations in your business accounts, and then after month 2 or month 3 or month 4, it just falls. Maybe there's a month or a week or two where you don't make the allocations to your profit account. Maybe there's a week where you don't track your spending and just things feel like they snowball. And then suddenly 6 months, a year later, you're going, oh yeah, I tried budgeting one time. It just didn't work. Where I tried profit first, it just didn't work. That's the law of diminishing intent. And so what we want to do is we want to recognize that when something is new, it is really interesting, and it is something that we are going to be all in on, but you will hit that wall. It will diminish at some point for most of us. So we want to catch that. Find someone in your corner who's going to hold you accountable to it. Set up the systems to stick with it, and know that there's always a clean slate around the corner. If a month crumbles, you got the next month to start fresh with a brand new budget. You got the next allocation to start fresh with profit first movement. So stick with it. Don't fall victim to the law of diminishing intent. Don't get stuck with a door that's not painted. All right, guys, thank you for joining me. If you liked what you heard, if you feel like this is right in your alley, or if you have been a victim to diminishing intent and you haven't stuck with your money goals, it's what I do. I'm here to help you. I will make sure and give you that you don't fall victim to it again and give you the tools and resources and the guidance needed to win. In the description below is a link to my calendar. I would love to connect with you completely free, my gift to you. All right, be sure to subscribe and like the video so that you can see me again next week. All right, guys, take care. Good luck avoiding the law of diminishing intent. I'll talk to you soon.